Welcome, everybody, to the Resident and Family Support Council. I'm Lee Moriarty, and I'm the Deputy State Long-Term Care Ombudsman. Today, we are going to be speaking about the Department on Aging and everything that's entailed with the Department on Aging. And I'm really looking forward to having this conversation today because I'm thinking I'm going to learn some things myself. Before we begin, though, let me just make sure that everybody is fully aware that we do record these meetings. So if for any reason you missed them, know you can always get onto YouTube. And I know we've got Stephen working in the background, putting everything into the chat. So in case you don't know how to get a hold of us on YouTube, you could follow the links that Stephen is putting in the chat. It's pretty easy. It's just IL Ombudsman Program. And you'll see that we have I think we're over 65 videos on there now, ranging in a variety of topics. So please peruse that when you get a chance. You never know, the information might be really helpful for you or a family member or a neighbor. I also want to make sure that everybody understands or is aware that this meeting is sponsored by the Illinois Pioneer Coalition. That's why underneath my name, you see Illinois Pioneer Coalition. They sponsor the YouTube channel. They sponsor the Zoom account for us. So they graciously let us use this every other week for our meetings. And then lastly, remember that the link that you took to get into today's meeting is the same link that you could use to get into any of our meetings. So save that link, share that link far and wide with as many people as you can, because the information can be really helpful as you're navigating this long-term care aging journey. Okay, so with all of that being said, today, like I said, we're going to be talking about the Illinois Department on Aging, and we've got Pernell Borders is actually joining us to have this conversation today. Pernell, are you there? Hey, Pernell. You're muted.
Oh, yeah, okay, yes.
There we go.
Hello,
Hey, how are
everyone.
you today, Pernell?
Good, good.
Good. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself before you begin?
Okay, like you said, my name is Pernell Borders. I'm the outreach coordinator for the Illinois Department on Aging. So my job is to go out and promote all the programs for the Department on Aging. So I do that, going to health fairs, resource fairs, and also doing program presentations. So in some of our bigger programs, in May of every year we do what's called the Illinois Senior Celebration. So it's a big celebration for seniors. We bring out a variety of different resource vendors, health screeners, entertainment, all types of things going on. We usually attract about 1,500 for this event. We do it out at the Illinois State Fairgrounds, so it's a big event we do every year. We also do the Alzheimer's conference every year in May. So that's another big event. And then our third big event is the Illinois State Fair itself, which goes on in August. This year it's going to be August 8th through August 18th. We run the Illinois Senior Building there, where it's like the senior celebration, but we do it every day. So if you guys want to come to Springfield, come see us in the Illinois Building on the State Fairgrounds. Oh yeah, and we also do the Senior Olympics. So Illinois Senior Olympics. We do that beginning. It goes from August through September. And we sponsor that, in different locations throughout the state. But yeah, so we do the Illinois Senior Olympics every year. And one last thing, we do the Illinois Senior Hall of Fame. So every year we induct four great seniors from the state of Illinois into our Hall of Fame. The categories are entertainment and sports. That's one category. We have community service. We have labor force, and we also have education. So every year we induct four seniors in one of those categories into the Senior Hall of Fame. So those are our big projects that we do every year.
And how would somebody go about nominating somebody? Because I'm thinking people on this, that are with us today, they might know somebody that they think deserves to be recognized like this.
Oh, well, for this year, the nominations just closed June the 1st. But you can nominate, you go on our website, you can nominate on the Illinois Department on Aging's website. We send out information to all the AAAs and local senior centers, and we just try to advertise through different events and email blasts and Facebook, and or they can just contact me. When I do this presentation, all my contact information will be available. So if you got somebody for next year that you want to nominate, we would love to have them.
I hope everybody heard that. Start thinking now, because there's some amazing seniors in the state of Illinois who are really doing a lot to
Oh
really
yeah.
help set a tone for all of us, because we're all aging. I know I'm getting there. I'm there.
Yes, we
And
all
I think
age.
it's something that every human being does do. We all
Yeah,
age.
and
That's
we want to continue to age, because if you stop aging, you're done.
absolutely. And before you begin again,
Uh-huh.
because I'm thinking people might be curious about the Senior Olympics, can you
Mhm.
talk a little bit more about that? How do you get involved in something like that? Where do they occur? The various locations?
Well, we have various locations throughout, throughout the state of Illinois. Um, your local senior center should have information on that. But the different we do, like, it's like the regular Olympics. We do basketball, bike riding, tennis, pickleball, bowling. We even have Wii bowling. They do that. They do all types of different events. Um, and and what you do, you qualify in your local city, and then from there, from that local qualification, then it goes to the state, and then from the state, we send you off to wherever the nationals are. So, and we do this every year. Well, every other year is the nationals, but and every year is state, then every other year is national. So you can do state 2 years in a row, and then the winners of the qualifiers for the state go to the nationals. Last year, I believe the nationals was in Pittsburgh, I think. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see all the seniors. I know I actually do the tennis event, and we have some seniors at playing tennis. I think the oldest that I've had was, I think he was 95 or 96, still out there playing tennis, so doing good.
Wow, that makes us all realize that we need to keep moving, huh? We need to
Yes,
keep
ma'am.
moving. That's wonder. That sounds really, really cool. I would love to watch that one of these days, or and maybe participate in it sooner than
Oh
later.
yeah, and believe it or not, the age it starts at 55 for the Senior Olympics, and what they do, that they have different age categories. So you're always competing against somebody in your age category. So it'll go 55 to 60, then 61 to 65. And they keep them categorized that way, so that nobody has a real big advantage.
It sounds like you have a really fun job, Pernell. I'm like just being able that the Department on Aging has a lot going on. I love how it's the positive light of aging. Aging, sometimes people um, are not looking forward to it, but there's a lot to look forward to in life. And I think aging is one of those things, and we need to start changing that mantra that society has started portraying for us. So if you want to go ahead and start sharing more about what the Department on Aging does, that would be fantastic.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen, and let me know if you have it. Is that me? Yeah, I think. Okay. Okay, do you guys see the screen?
Yes, we do. It's in regular view, not presenter view, if that makes a difference for you.
I don't know. As long as you guys can see it, I can see it too. So, do you see the slides?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well,
Okay,
I will get going. Now this presentation, it's probably going to take about 20 minutes or so. So, I'm gonna briefly go over, all of the programs and services, that the Illinois Department on Aging has. And, if you guys have any questions, just, stop me at any time, and I will answer any question that you may have. And if I don't have the answer to it, I work in the building with whoever the program or, service that you're looking for. I can, the next day I can get with them and get whatever information you need and then get it back to you.
great. Yeah, and if you don't mind, I
So,
may be
go
interjecting.
ahead.
I may be interjecting some questions as we go along, but anybody, please feel free, either raise your hand or you can unmute yourself from the mic. Even if you just want to say, I want to ask a question, Stephen's monitoring the chat and he can excuse everybody and then say that somebody has a question. So either you can type it in the chat or you can unmute yourself. Either way, we don't mind. Okay,
Uh, Okay, well, here we go.
great.
I'm going to start out with, there we go. The mission, of the Illinois Department on Aging. The mission of the Illinois Department on Aging is to serve and advocate for older Illinoisans and their caregivers by administering quality and culturally appropriate programs that promote partnerships and encourage independence, dignity, and the quality of life. Now, we offer, what's called care coordination services. So, when older adults and their families need to make decisions about long-term care, care coordination services are available to assist them in making informed choices. So, basically, what this is if you have a relative, who you may think needs more help in the home, or maybe at that point of where they will need assisted living, we have what's called care coordinators who you can make an appointment with them. They can come out to your home to do an assessment to see exactly what your relative needs. And, this is a service that is free of charge. So what they will do is help you, determine whether, um, assisted living is needed, nursing home placement is needed, or if they are able to stay in their home and, just need a little help. So, like I said, these services are free of charge. And what they will do is, help you make that decision and also, let you know if your relative is eligible for, assistance from the state of Illinois, or if they will need to private pay. And, either way, they can help you and get you set up with those services.
Pernell, is there a age criteria for this?
Uh, 60 or older for care coordination services.
Okay.
Now, the gateway to all services, with the state of Illinois is, or well, with the Department on Aging, is the senior helpline. Okay, the senior helpline was established in 1991 to provide information and referral services statewide. Staff are located in both Springfield and Chicago. Now, for these, for the senior helpline, we have, bilingual Spanish-speaking staff, and we also have what's called a Propio language service. This service, it interprets and translates, over 200 languages. So, we can help just about any and all who call this senior helpline, who may not speak English. We have some type of interpretation service that can help. Now, if you do not want to speak to our senior helpline, uh, like I said, the senior helpline, handles the whole state. Another option is we have what's called planning and service areas. So in accordance with the Federal Older Americans Act, regulations, the Illinois Department on Aging has divided Illinois into 13 planning and service areas. So we have 13 areas within the state of Illinois, and these um, these agencies handle a particular part of the state. So if you have some questions and you wanted to actually go into an office to speak to somebody in person, you can go to one of these planning and service areas in your area, and you can talk to them if you do not feel comfortable speaking on the phone to the senior helpline. Now, how these planning service, how all this how this works is the Illinois Department on Aging, we receive funding from the federal government to provide service for seniors in the state of Illinois. So once we receive our funding from the state of Illinois, we in turn send this funding to the 13 area agencies on aging. And then from there, the area agency on aging, they will fund all of the senior services in whatever area they are located in. So this next slide is going to show you how we broke down the state of Illinois. You see the map over on the side. It has each area numbered from 1 to 13. Now, when I do these presentations, I try to do it towards whatever area that I'm doing the presentation in. So with me right now, since I'm in the Sangamon County area, the local agency for Sangamon County is AgeLink. So I will have the contact information for your local area, and AgeLink, they handle these counties in this area. They handle Cass, Christian, Greene, Jersey, Logan, and so on. So each planning and service area handles a certain amount of counties, and they are they provide the funding for all senior services in those counties.
So if I understand you correctly, if I was somebody and I wanted to know what's out there for me as I'm aging and I feel I need some additional services, I could either call the senior helpline, or I could go probably on the website, see the regional areas, call that area agency on aging and find out specifically locally what's going on in my region, correct?
Yes, yes. Or you could call the senior helpline and say, hey, I live in Cook County. What's the office in my area that I can go into the office and speak to them personally, and they will tell you, okay, that would be Age Options, and they will be able to, and they will give them the contact information for the AAA in Cook County. Or like in the city of Chicago, you know, they will be able to contact Chicago Department of Family and Support Services, and they will be able to tell them about or all the services in their area, or if they wanted to come into the office and speak to somebody personally, they can do that. But the senior helpline, yeah, the senior helpline, like I said, they are the gateway, and the senior helpline will be able to give you any and all information about any type of service in the state of Illinois.
And if I could cut in real quick,
Mhm.
at least in my area, I usually don't think of things until I'm out somewhere and I'm not near my phone. So if you're at your local senior center, they may not be directly connected to the area agency, but they probably know who they are.
Yes, they will.
Same thing with a local meal site, or things like that. They're going to know who to contact to get those resources.
Yes, because that AAA is the one who is funding all of their programs.
And just to explain, Stephen is on the ombudsman team with us, and he's the guy who works all the magic behind the scene here, and also has a wealth of knowledge that he shares, so which is wonderful. So I just didn't want you to not know who was popping into this guy who was saying something.
Well, you know, I was in the office earlier, and ran into Stephen as we was walking, doing our little walk. Yeah.
Yep.
Great, wonderful, good.
Okay, now I'm gonna go over some other programs that were our main programs that the Illinois Department on Aging has. So our biggest program is the community care program. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just name them, and then I'm gonna go over each program specifically. So we have the community care program, we have adult protective services, we have the long-term care ombudsman program, we have the home care ombudsman program, we have the benefit access program, and we also have older American services. Now, the community care program aims to assist older adults in maintaining their independence by providing cost-effective alternatives to nursing home placement. These services include comprehensive care coordination, adult day services, in-home services, and others. The qualifications for the community care program, you have to be 60 years of age or older. You have to be a resident. You have to have a residence in Illinois. You have to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, and you have to have non-exempt assets that do not exceed 17,500 for a single person and 35,000 for couples. Now, when I go over the asset limit, people have questions, they say 17,500. Now, like for a single person, it's 17,500 for assets. Now, when we're looking at assets, we are not including your home or your vehicle. So we don't include that in assets. What we do look at is what you have in your savings account. And if you have maybe an insurance policy or something like that, that may have some monetary value. So we don't look at your income. So you could be making over $100,000 a year, but if your assets are, for a single person, if your assets are less than 17,500, you will be eligible for the program. Okay, under the community care program, there are 4 core services. The first service is in-home services. This includes housekeeping tasks, which are routine house cleaning, laundry, shopping, meal planning and preparation, transportation, and non-medical personal care. The second part of the community care program is the emergency home response service. This is a 24-hour emergency communication link to assistance. So basically, it's your if you have either the bracelet or the necklace that if you fall down or if you need any type of assistance, you hit the button and it contacts 911 to get somebody out to help you. We also have the automated medication dispenser. This is a portable mechanical medication dispenser. It alerts and reminds participants to take medications, even if they are not stored in the device, such as insulin. If a dose is missed, the device locks the mismed after 60 minutes, so the individual cannot take it at the wrong time. It holds multiple medications in individual compartments, at least 7 days supply. We also offer 24-hour technical assistance for this dispenser. We also have adult day services. Adult day service is designed especially for older adults who want to remain in the community, but who cannot be home alone during the day due to physical, social, or mental impairment. Adult day service also provides respite for family caregivers, especially those who are employed outside the home, and socialization for isolated adults. So with these adult day services, they will come and pick you up and or pick the senior or relative up so that they can have some socialization during the day at this daycare. And it's a good way to get respite for the caregiver. It is not a 24-hour service, but they do offer this for during the day if you're interested. We don't have it in all areas. But we try to get it. We have it in a lot of areas, but not all areas. Because in the Springfield area, our closest adult day service is located in Champaign, so we don't get a lot of use out of it in this area. We don't have a agency that is able to do this adult day service at this time. We're always looking and still looking for somebody in this area to do the adult day service. Okay, we
For
also
now,
have.
how do
Oh,
they,
yeah.
excuse me about the last one. How do they decide? Is it just if there's somebody who steps forward to do that? What areas are going to have the adult day services?
Oh yeah,
Do
we
you,
want them
that might be.
yeah, we want them in all areas. We just don't have the agencies that are equipped to do it in all agencies. I mean, in all areas. So we always are taking applications, and you know they got to go through the process of getting vetted and approved. But yeah, we always looking. So yeah, we want to get them in all areas. Okay, we have adult protective services. The Adult Protective Service Program investigates reports of abuse, neglect, exploitation, and self-neglect for adults age 60 or older and adults age 18 to 59 with disabilities who are living in the community. APS is locally coordinated through 36 provider agencies. Caseworkers from 36 provider agencies are trained and certified by the Illinois Department on Aging. So you can make an adult protect if you see anybody that is disabled or over the age of 60 that you feel are being neglected or abused, you can call one of our local adult protective service agencies and file a report. These reports can be anonymous. We won't give out any names or anything. When you file a report, we just ask that you have a location so that we will know where to go to look, you know, to find, you know, to investigate. We have to have an address. 'Cause we're not equipped to find, you know, we have to have an address where we can send somebody out to do this investigation. But it is anonymous, so you don't have to give your name. And the abuse, like I said, it can be emotional, it can be physical, mental. If you just think somebody think somebody is self-neglecting, please call our office and we will get somebody out to investigate and try to help.
This sounds like a really important service here. And you know, I know that the Ombudsman program anytime reaches out in conjunction with Adult Protective Services regarding financial exploitation that can happen sometimes where people aren't understanding that this money is not grandma's money is grandma's money. And she needs that money, and you can't be taking money from grandma. It looks like we've got a question. Donald, do you want to unmute yourself?
Good afternoon. This is Don Bell from the Illinois Commission on LGBTQ plus Aging. And my question is, under Adult Protective Services, are we doing anything currently for cyber abuse or bullying?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Now, you can email
I
me.
have a citizen who's an elder, 74 years old, who happens to be LGBTQ identified, who has been receiving anonymous text threats to out him and to impact his reputation in the community and all. And there's even been talk of exchange of money or other assets.
Well, yeah, if he can, if he can self-report, or you can report yourself, call the Adult Protective Service hotline, and they will send an investigator out, and they can get him to, whatever, if they can't help, if they are not unable to help, they will be able to get him to the right place that can help. But yeah, Adult Protective Service, as long as we have an address to send somebody out, they can go out and speak to him and try to get him, whatever help he may need.
Thank you so much.
Great question, Donald. Great question, because we know that that's something that's happening more and more, is that, older adults are being targeted for cyber attacks and things. And we did have a session on that previously, but that was not something that was addressed as to whether or not Adult Protective Services. But I would encourage, Donald, for you to have this individual watch our YouTube video on the that we did. I think it was probably about 4 months ago. We had a gal who's nationally recognized talk about this, and she had a bunch of reporting agencies to be able to talk to that can really do some deep investigations, because federally they are really they've really upped federally how to investigate these types of things. So I would encourage that to happen for this individual as well.
Yeah, and I think another resource may be the Attorney General's office, because a lot of stuff that our Adult Protective Service people cannot handle, the Attorney General's office can handle. We will refer them to the Attorney General's office, because I know a lot of like when seniors are being exploited, it's not by somebody they know, but maybe somebody trying to scam them, doing some type of scam, like the prince from Africa or something, or saying that they have some money. We wouldn't be able to help them with that, but the Attorney General's office can do something with that. And they may have a cyber office, or something about that may be able to help. But
I have
yeah,
to
but
say that in working with APS, I have to say that there does, if they can't do something, it doesn't feel like they ever leave you hanging. They
Right.
are going to find some resource to be able to refer to and get answers, because we need to make sure that everybody does feel protected, particularly, as an Illinois people that are responsible for doing that, this department, I know they take that role extremely seriously.
Yeah, and remember, we take all reports, if somebody is disabled, but they're not 60, we will still be able to take their report if they are disabled. So we handle it all. So if you know anybody, senior or anybody that's disabled that you think is not being cared for correctly, please call our APS line, and we will get somebody out to help.
And the APS line would be the same as the senior helpline, or is there a separate number?
Yes, yes. So the senior helpline, they are the ones who get you wherever you need to go. You call them, you tell them what they would do. What the senior helpline would do is they say, okay, you're looking for this service. They say, what is your zip code? And from your zip code, they will be able to get you to wherever you need to go in your local area.
Great.
Okay, we also have the Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program. The Illinois Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program is a resident-directed advocacy program which protects and improves the quality of life for residents in a variety of long-term care settings. Ombudsmen work to resolve problems of individual residents and to bring about changes at the local, state, and national levels to improve care. Trained community ombudsmen regularly visit long-term care facilities, monitor conditions and care, and provide a voice for those unable to speak for themselves. Long-term care ombudsmen make every reasonable effort to assist, empower, represent, and intervene on behalf of the resident. Ombudsman work is directed by the resident. Lee, do you want to speak on that?
Yeah, I think, well, obviously, I think I know a little bit about this program. Yes, this program, hopefully many of you understand what this program is, since many of you do attend these meetings on a regular basis. But also do know that we do have one of our YouTube videos out on this as well, so you can visit that. But know that some of the things that we do is this advocating at the local, state, and national level. And one of the things at our next Resident Family Support Council meeting, be able to give a commercial on that, is about legislation that has passed this spring that for the aging, that in regards to the aging in Illinois. So that's going to be a really great conversation to hear about all of that new legislation that's out there. Some very exciting things are happening. So I want to make sure that everybody's aware of that as well. But always know you can reach out to the ombudsman at any time. If you live in a long-term care community, or you have somebody that you love or that you like in a long-term care community that you feel needs some assistance with some advocacy.
And
Thank
and if I could jump in, I just want to emphasize that last line. Ombudsman work is resident directed. That's the most important thing about the ombudsman program, is that we're resident directed. I will take complaints and concerns from family members and friends and staff all day long, but at the end of the day, I'm going to go back and talk to the resident and see what they want and how they feel about the complaint.
Very
That's-
important that you clarified that, Stephen. Really
Yep.
important. They are our client. The resident will always be the client. It's not the person who made the complaint. It's the resident always.
Yep.
Great.
Now, Lee, can you answer this question for me? You know, when a report is, you know, when they contact the senior helpline and want to make an ombudsman referral, and you send one of the ombudsmen out to the facility, do you guys tell the facility that you are there to investigate, or you just come in and just do like a regularly scheduled visit or something? How does that work?
Yeah, that's one of the wonderful things about the ombudsman program. Is one of the things we do is what we refer to as routine visits. So we go into every long-term care community at least once every 3 months, at least, if not more than that. So because of that, our presence, we don't announce our presence. We don't say why we're there. So when we walk in, they don't necessarily know that there might be a complaint, because otherwise, if we only went when complaints happen, they would know that we're there for a complaint. But because we go in anytime, it gives that freedom to be able to look at something, investigate something, hear a complaint from a resident without anybody knowing that that's why we're here. Because people always do get very fearful of this fear of retaliation, that somebody's going to know that they made a complaint and then their care is going to decline. People aren't going to care for them like they used to care for them. And that can be a very real feeling for people. And so that's one of the wonderful things about our program is we never say, I'm here on a complaint. And if a person, what we usually do is we ask for, when we walk in, a roster. So that way, then we don't even need to say, what room is Mr. Smith in? We just can, or walk the hallways trying to find Mr. Smith. We know what room everybody's in, and that way then we know how to go. And if we are there for a complaint, we also don't just go to visit that person. We'll go to see a variety of different people, have a lot of conversations, so staff can't pigeonhole that individual either as a person who potentially made a complaint.
Okay.
Yeah. Great question, Pernell. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. Our next slide is the home care ombudsman program. The home care ombudsmen are located throughout the state of Illinois and work to protect the rights of older persons and adults with disabilities living in the community who are enrolled in the Medicare-Medicaid Alignment Initiative and receive services from a managed care organization, or receive services from one of the following home and community-based service waiver programs. So the elderly waiver, the persons with disabilities, persons with brain injury, and persons with HIV or AIDS. Now, do we have anybody from the home care ombudsman that want to on here that?
Well, I am actually stepping in right now, assisting with that program because our the supervisor for that program just took another job within the Department on Aging. So I've stepped into this to this role, and I'm learning as well about the program as I am doing the work. And so the waiver can be a piece that people don't understand. You need to be evaluated. You get an evaluation, and from that evaluation, what happens is you see if you're eligible for any of these opportunities here when you get that evaluation happen. So if you're because you'd say persons who are elderly, well, everybody's getting elderly, so why doesn't everybody qualify for the program? An assessment is done basically, and through that assessment, if you fall into any one of these, then you get some additional community-based services in addition to these other things that you've already been talking about, where you would have in-home care from an outside entity. There are contractual services that happen through entities in the community. And if you have issue with any of those people, whether it's the services, you're not getting enough hours, or you don't like your caregiver, and you feel like nobody's listening to you and being responsive, is when you can call the home care ombudsman, again through the senior helpline. That's what works great. You can always use that senior helpline number, and then they will refer it off to the home care ombudsman, and they will give the individual a call, talk to them, find out what's going on, and start their investigation and their advocacy with the participant to make sure that they're being listened to in a stronger basis.
Okay. Now, we also have the Benefit Access Program. Now, the Benefit Access Program determines eligibility for 2 benefits for seniors and persons with disabilities. So under this program, you get a license plate discount under this program. The seniors and people with disabilities get a license plate discount. So instead of paying $151 for their the sticker that goes on the back of their vehicle, if you're on the Benefit Access Program, you would pay $10 for a license plate renewal.
Nice.
Yeah, and also if you have public transportation in your area, you will be able to ride all public transportation for free. So yeah, so the Benefit Access Program is a real nice program for seniors who are eligible, and for the free rides on public transportation. That is a big benefit, especially if you live in the Chicago area. You get to ride the Metro and the CTA and all that for free, so that can save you a lot of money. So this is a real nice program. It's been around for a while, and it's a real good service for seniors and people with disabilities.
I feel like we need to make more people aware about this. You know, everybody on this call really listened to what Pernell just said here about this program. I mean, it can be such a huge benefit for people. And I think so many people just are not aware. You know, we don't know what we don't know. So this is one of those opportunities where if we can help educate people, as a participant on this call today, we can actually help save people expense and be able to give them more convenience and feel more supported by the state of Illinois as well.
Yeah, and so the qualifications are for a 1-person household, you have to make less than $33,562. For a 2-person household, your income has to be less than $44,533. And a 3-person household, your income has to be less than $55,500. So if you know any senior or person with disability that may meet these income requirements, please let them know about the Benefit Access Program. And you can go to any senior center or area agency on aging, and they can do the application for you. Or if you have internet access, the senior can just get online and fill out an application. It takes 48 hours to be approved. And once you are in the system, the benefit is good for 2 years, and then you got to reapply every 2 years for the license plate discount.
Great program, really love it.
Okay, another great program that we have is called the Senior Health Insurance Program. The Senior Health Insurance Program is a free statewide health insurance counseling service for Medicare beneficiaries and their caregivers. SHIP counselors are trained by the Illinois Department on Aging. There are approximately 1,000 SHIP counselors located at more than 200 sites in Illinois. So the great thing about our SHIP counselors are they don't sell insurance. You know, they are trained by the state of Illinois to be experts on insurance. So they can do plan finders for you. They can do plan comparisons for you. They can help you. We're getting close to that time of the year where you're going to start receiving letters and all types of information from all these different insurance companies about the open enrollment period. So that would be a good time to make an appointment with one of our SHIP counselors, and they can go over any Medicare question that you may have. They'll look at your, if you want to, you can have them just look at your insurance. They can say, oh yeah, you have great insurance. You don't need to do anything. Or they can say, look at the medications, take a list of the medications that you are taking, and they can get on their computer and say, hey, well, with this list of medications that you have, if you change your RX plan to this, you can save this amount of money or that amount of money. They can give you suggestions, tell you how your insurance is doing, if it's doing well, if you can do better by getting another insurance, but they will not pressure you into doing anything. They can just give you information and then you make those decisions. But it's a great service. It's sponsored by the state of Illinois. They are not, they do not work for insurance companies. They just are trained to study insurance and try to get you the best coverage for your money.
This is another fantastic program. I know I have shared this information with other people because it does get extremely confusing. You feel like you're navigating a huge maze, and to know that you can talk to somebody who's not trying to sell you something at the end of it, because you get letters, like you said, come to this, this thing, come to this thing, but ultimately those people are insurance carriers and they're trying to sell you their product. Whereas here, it's completely independent of that. So you're getting a true account of what is best for you. And I feel that this is something that, again, that everybody needs to know about and take advantage of.
Yes, and like I say, it's free of charge. Our counselors go through training every year to get to get updated on all the changes for Medicare, and so if they ever run into something that they've never seen before, they can contact Sandy Leith, who is our SHIP director, and she just knows any and everything about Medicare, and she does it all. She's great, and all of our counselors are great. So yeah, if you ever have any problems with your Medicare, contact our SHIP counselors, and they will be able to help you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, another one of our services is called Older American Act Services, and under this service, this is basically for our senior centers, so at every senior center, you should have some information and referral. You should have some outreach, nutritional services, employment services, and transportation. So at these senior centers, they don't charge for any of these services, but most of them they will ask for a donation. So if you go into one of the senior centers for lunch, there's no specific price. They just ask for a donation, whatever you can afford to give. And they have some great meals. They have home delivered meal service. They have a lot of different programs through our senior centers. A lot of activities. It's just all the senior centers are great. when I'm out doing my outreach, going to different senior fairs and things, a lot of the times, some of the senior centers have they sponsor these resource fairs, and we go there, we see their nice buildings and all of the programs that they have. So if you ever get a chance to visit some of the senior centers, go over there, go have lunch with them and see what they're serving. They have a pretty good nutritional. They have dietitians there, you know, and they try to make all the meals very healthy. So yes, please visit some of our senior centers in your area.
Now, and you said the home delivered meal program is through this as well, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Is there
Mhm.
any income requirements for this, as in some of the other programs?
No, not for any of these older American Act services. No, they just ask for a donation.
Great. And I see employment services. We don't want to forget that many older people still want to work. My
Oh, yeah.
girlfriend's mother at 90, I think she was 94, finally stopped working. So people, not everybody is looking forward to retirement. Some people work is their life and they want to keep working. And so that's a great other thing that's also listed that probably people don't think about.
Yeah, and on this next slide is we have this here. It's the Senior Community Service Employment Program. So with this program, as a matter of fact, this program starts at the age of 55. And so under this program, what they do is we have community service agencies, people who need volunteers to come help. Well, under this program, we will pay for seniors to come and go to one of these agencies to volunteer, and they will get paid to do that, to be a paid volunteer. So, and in order to sign up for this program, you will contact your local area agency on aging, and they will be able to sign you up for the senior employment program and get you with a community service agency and get you paid if you want to get back out into the workforce. Now, in the Chicago area, this program is like a 2-year waiting
Wow.
list for that. There's a lot of people want to get on this program, but in some of the smaller areas, you can go in and get signed up, and it's not that won't be that long. So like in Springfield, or like say in somewhere up in maybe somewhere in Madison County or something, it won't be as long. There may not be a waiting list, but like in the Chicago area, it's a big waiting list. But in the smaller areas, there is not as long of a wait. And if you want to get back into volunteering, if you want to volunteer, you can do that and get paid as well. So it's a real nice program.
A question came up in the chat. Will this affect will this affect any of their benefits, the income that they're getting?
Oh, no, it will not. It would just, like with anything, just make sure that and the people who are running the program, they know um how to set up the salary so that it won't mess with any of your Social Security or anything like that. And so, and like it's community service, so you can do 2 days a week, three, you don't have to do the whole 5 days, do a couple days a week, get a little extra spending money for you, and get out in the community and help. And I know a lot of seniors are out there volunteering for free, and this is just a way to volunteer and also get a little extra money in your pocket too. So
Yeah, great. Okay, good.
now this next slide is our Illinois Cares Connection program, and this is a new program. It just started in during the COVID the COVID era, and it has been expanded, and it's going to continue to expand. The Illinois Cares Connection program is aimed at enabling social connectedness, maintaining health, safety and well-being and promoting independence of older adults age 60 and older living in the community by providing technology and assistive devices. So under this program, in the Illinois Cares Connection program, if you are a senior and you're still at home and if you are feeling, maybe you feel like you're isolated and not getting out enough and being around people, you can request the Illinois Cares Connection program. And on this program, you can get free iPads or free iPads and what's the other not the Apple but the Android, or free iPads and Android devices with all the accessories. You can get all this for free. And also, if you don't have internet, they will give you a hotspot box that will create your own internet. This is for individuals who are feeling isolated at home. Now, they also are offering the video ring doorbells, medical devices, and also smart light bulbs and all types of different devices, medical devices. The big thing is the iPads and the Android devices. And
Stephen and I actually took a field trip to the Illinois Assistive Technology Program, and we did a live Resident and Family Support Council meeting there once, and we got to go through and see all of the amazing things that they have there. So if for those of you who are interested in that, again, you can watch that on our YouTube channel, but it's really is an amazing center. And the fact that the Department on Aging has connected with the Illinois Assistive Technology Program to be able to provide this is just a really great thing. And, you know, the pandemic was a horrible thing that happened with all of us, but there are some amazing things that happened because of the pandemic, such as this opportunity for people to be able to get this. Do you know, is there a financial cap or anything for this criteria for this one either?
no, there's no income limit or asset limit on this program. So
Wonderful.
yeah, it's just for seniors if they feel like they are isolated and you know, and not able to get out to the senior centers or, you know, and connect with people. We offer these devices. And I was just speaking to her name is Lynette Strode. She runs the IATP program, and also one of the members on at IDOA, and they were telling me that they think that the program is going to get expanded with more funding. So it's a really good program, and there's a lot of devices out there that can
How
be
would you
had. And
how would you get
go ahead.
one of these devices? Can you call the senior helpline for this too? And will they give you the information on how to get connected?
Well, yeah, you can contact the senior helpline, or the places to sign up where you can actually go and sign up. You can go to a senior center in your area, or the local area agency on aging. So one of those two agencies that you can go to and tell them that you're interested in the Illinois Cares Connection program, and they will sign you up for it.
Great. Love it. Love it.
So I just shared the Illinois Assistive Technology Program's website. I know it's not it's not directly the Illinois Cares Connection program, but for those of you, I know Lee talked about it just a little bit, and we've done a video on it. If you have a problem that technology might be able to solve, take your problem to them, and they will probably have a device that can help with it. And if they don't, they can literally print one. So it's an amazing location, amazing
really
service.
There was a couple of questions I wanted to make sure. Pernell, will you give me these slides so that I can put them onto our website? after?
Oh, yeah, yes,
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. And then someone else, they did ask if there was an income limitations or anything with this, and you had already said that there is not. So just to
Right.
clarify,
Mhm.
there is no income criteria for this. Anybody is eligible for this. So again, spread the word, everybody. Spread the
Yeah,
word.
there's a lot of good programs and services out here, that, yeah, that we need to get the word out. Okay, our next service is, the Farmers Market Program. Now, the purpose of the Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program is to promote the routine consumption of fruits and vegetables as part of the daily diet. Checks for seniors are distributed at local senior facilities um, through the cooperation of the Illinois Department on Aging, the area agencies on aging, and Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of Chicago. These checks can be redeemed for fresh fruits and vegetables at local farmers markets in 37 counties. So the farmers market program is coming up. Uh, the um, the coupons will be available beginning July the 10th, and it ends on October 31st. So you can go to your local area agency on aging or local senior center and sign up for the farmers market program. I believe they give you, I think the coupons are either 25 or $30 worth of coupons to get these free fruits and vegetables and things of that nature. So it's a real nice program. It's been around for a while, and yeah, beginning July the 10th, contact your area agency on aging, and you will be able to go sign up and get your coupons.
So is there an income limitation for this either? Because these are like the questions that we keep wanting to know.
Well, what they under this program, what they ask for your income, but they can't verify it. You know, they don't verify. So they'll say, hey, is your income less than this or that? You know, you're on the honors code, of whatever your income is. But they will not check your income, but they do ask for your income. And I'm not really sure what the income limit is for this program, but it is available, and you can go to your local area agency on your aging and sign up for it.
And I see that not all counties do it, so you would really need to click on the link when we send the slides or get onto the Illinois Department on Aging's website. Does that list the counties who have this eligible?
Yeah, or they can call the senior helpline and give them the
Perfect.
zip code, and they will be able to tell you where it's at.
Great, great.
Okay, we also offer legal services through the Illinois Department on Aging. The Illinois Department on Aging provides funding to local area agencies on aging to contract with legal aid representatives throughout the state. Legal aid representatives may help with a variety of civil law issues. The senior legal assistance provider offices, of which there are 21 around the state, provide legal services to Illinoisans 60 years of age or older. Legal assistance providers advocate for and represent older clients in civil cases, particularly those involving elder abuse and neglect, financial exploitation, consumer fraud, landlord-tenant relationships, nursing home residents' rights, and conflicts over benefit programs. Now, and under this service, again, we won't, on this service, they do not charge for this service, but they do ask for a donation. So whatever you can afford, they will accept, but they will offer you help in those civil law issues. So it's
And
another
we all
oh, go
need
ahead.
make sure we get our powers of attorney in place and our those are really important
Mm-hmm.
things to have in place because we never know when our health is going to take a bad turn. And we need those documents. So this is a great thing that this is being offered for individuals to make sure that we're doing these things, which makes for a much more secure aging path for all of us.
Yep, and they just ask for a donation. So yeah, so if you have any any legal questions or anything, you can contact the senior helpline, give them your zip code, and they can tell you the legal office in your area that will be able to help you.
Wonderful.
Okay, and I think this is our website information. Basically, I was telling you about our website, and it has our web address. And then the last slide is just the contact information. It has my information, it has the senior helpline information, and adult protective services, and our senior health insurance program. So if any of you guys have any specific questions, my information is on this contact. You can just email me a question, and I can get with whatever office or service that you're have a question about, and I will be able to get that information back to you. So,
And if you're getting the invites for these meetings, my email's always on this. You can always email me and I can forward it over to Purnell. No problem in doing that either. So know that you can do that. Purnell, this was wonderful, and we learned so much today. I feel that this is a presentation that we'll be referring to a lot in our future. And I'm thinking I'm going to be sharing this with people that I know to make sure that they're aware of everything that the Illinois Department of Aging offers. So thank you so much. If anybody does have any questions, do feel free to go ahead and unmute your microphone right now, and or you could type it in the chat. What I will do is I will stop the recording right now because I do know that some people, we are past the hour. So I will go ahead and unmute and stop the recording right now. If I can find where to do it.